love to meet you in person and show you Italy and just spend 6 beautiful nights with you. Hi guys, it's Caroline, and today I have a very special guest on my Moka chat. This is my mom.
Hi.
And we're gonna first pour our espresso. We made some coffee in our Moka. This is our Moka pot. It's very cute. I love the style of this one.
It is cute.
So I'll pour some for my mama.
Thank you. Grazie.
Prego. And some for myself. And it's gone now. We had a little bit before this too. Okay. So the reason I wanted to do a Moka chat with my mom today is because we actually guide tours together in Italy. We do private small group tours in the Cinque Terre, and I've never talked about that on my channel before because we've always found people on our own through word of mouth, mostly Americans. I'd say all Americans, right?
Yeah, so far all Americans.
Yeah. And we've never really thought to advertise on my YouTube channel or talk about this on my YouTube channel, and I just got the idea that it'd be really fun to have some of you guys along on one of our tours. And we have a tour coming up this September of 2023, and we have how many spots? Like 10 open?
Probably about 8 at this point.
Okay, so we have 8 spots open. So it is a smaller group tour. We always try to keep our tours more small and intimate, but I'm just super excited to be talking about this with you guys. It's been a part of my life for maybe 5-6 years now. I started in 2017, but my mama actually started the tours on her own. So I'm gonna let her tell you a little bit about the tours and how they started. And
yeah, well, I started about 10 years ago. About 10 years ago, I thought, what do I want to do with the rest of my life? And Italy has always been my passion since I went to college there and learned the language and lived in these villages. So I lived in Monterosso al Mare in Cinque Terre and met many local people and got to know them.
what year was that?
That was I went to college in 78 and 79 in Florence, and ended up going to Cinque Terre a lot during that year. And then in 82, went back and lived there. And a girlfriend and I were one of the few Americans that were in the village. And so that was before Rick Steves, before the internet, and it was a very sleepy little village where they mostly made wine and olive oil and limoncino. And so I have these relationships that I've had for now over 40 years, and knew that I could offer an intimate experience in the Cinque Terre. And I took my first group in 2013, and people liked it. And so I've been doing them ever since. And Caroline's, it's been great that you've been helping me the last 5 years or so. Yeah,
I've talked about how my mom is the reason I ended up moving to Italy, since she did have this passion for Italy and then brought me over there when I was a kid and brought me to Monterosso, which is where I ended up living for several years before moving to La Spezia, which is where I'm at now. And so she's kind of the origin of my Italy story and the reason I'm over there to begin with. And so I just love that we've created this business together now, and yeah, we just love doing them together, and it's a great way for us to spend time together over there and show you guys a different side of Italy, because since my mom fostered these relationships in her 20s, in the 80s, before it was really overrun by tourists, and we found ways to maintain these connections over the years, especially her connections being with a lot of the locals who grew up without tourism and just doing more of the traditional things around town. And
yeah, and I feel like it's very important to me to show people the culture and the traditions, and not just experience Cinque Terre on a canned tour where people might go in just for the day and leave. And when you stay there 6 nights, you really come back at the end of the day feeling like you're home. And we love to offer people a bit of the local experience and the local friendships that we have. and we hear about things. Caroline, because she lives there, hears about concerts or small little performances that might be happening that someone passing through wouldn't know about, or even restaurants that have opened newly. And
we both speak the language, which is another reason that obviously me living there, and I also teach the language. I do speak Italian fluently, but my mom learned Italian over the years too, and so that adds another level to our tours, being able to communicate with local people who may not speak English and just have those connections with people that are just authentically from there.
Right. And I think too that having Caroline being the age she is and me being the age I am, we offer something to all ages. We've had people on our tours from 24 to 80, and we tailor things to their interests. And if somebody's really into hiking, Caroline can take them and do a challenging hike. And if people are into more moderate hiking or walking, I can bring them up on the end. So I think we try to tailor it to everybody's fitness level and interest. And that's the beauty of a small tour, I think, the flexibility,
right,
to be able to do it. And we offer extra things.
Yeah, let's talk about kind of what the tour is. And
yeah,
I feel like you guys have a good understanding of our backgrounds now and why we are a great duo to go to Italy with, but I want to tell you guys more about the tours and how long they last. You mentioned 6 nights, but where we have you guys stay, the kind of activities we offer, and just what the whole tour will feel like. So first we're going to talk about where we'll be taking you. We mentioned the Cinque Terre, but some of you might not be familiar with that. So the Cinque Terre are these 5 towns on the coast in the north of Italy, very close to France, and the closest city to the Cinque Terre would be Genoa. It's about an hour from Genoa on the Ligurian Sea. I'll put a map up so you guys can see exactly where we are, but they are these 5 small towns that have about 1,000 people in each town. And the hotels that we book for our guests are in Monterosso. That's the biggest of the 5 towns. It has the most going on and the most beaches, so it's a great base for our guests during the tour. Anything else to add about the location?
Well, it's an hour and a half from Pisa, which is an international airport where a lot of people fly in. We're about 2.5 hours by train or car from Florence. So oftentimes people will start the tour in a bigger city and then come and do the tour and end with another city. Because if you're going to fly to Europe, typically you might want to spend a little more than a week. Well, our accommodations are very small, little boutique hotels, and they include a beautiful breakfast, and typically I don't have everyone at the same hotel, so I think it offers a little more privacy, and they're very close together, so it's maybe a block walk to get to the other location, but very convenient. And we are together as a group about, I'd say, 6 hours a day. You have breakfast at the hotel, and then we'll typically meet up around 9 o'clock in the morning. And some days we'll start with a hike. Sometimes we might start with, one thing that's been consistently popular is getting out on a boat. And getting out on the water and seeing the villages from the water is just a beautiful experience. And
another thing we like to do is a pesto class. We bring our group to this gorgeous seaside location and do this outdoor pesto experience, and it's really special, and it's at this place that's just picturesque with a postcard view. So cooking classes are another activity we love to do.
Yeah, another popular thing has been a bike ride, and we take a train 5 minutes away to a little town where we rent bikes and ride through this 18th century train gallery.
And we do things like go to vineyards, and we always are trying different restaurants and showing people different aspects of the local cuisine, and just lots of hiking, wine, food, beach time.
Yeah, there is downtime too, which people I think really like. So we're together as a group about 6 hours a day. Most evenings are free on your own. And so we provide a list of restaurants that we really like and recommend for you to experience on your own. And I think people like the balance of scheduled time versus free time, and it's not like every hour of your day is planned.
Yeah.
Typically we take about 8 to 12 people. And if we want to do 2 different activities at the same time, we can do that. Some people might want to do a more challenging hike, and others might prefer to do a wine tasting at the same time. So we can choose who's going to do what, and it's nice that we're able to do that. Mm-hmm. We also have a lot of water activities, which is fun. You can go kayaking, you can swim. The water's beautiful, especially in September. It's nice and warm.
Paddle boarding.
Yeah, just generally being on the water, or even having some beach time. Mm-hmm. Getting a beach chair and enjoying the view. It's so beautiful, and it's very safe and quiet, especially in the evenings. It's just kind of a paradise.
Yeah. And being in the Cinque Terre, having our hotels there is really nice too, because they do get busier during the day. Obviously, we try to find activities away from the crowds as much as we can, but having the luxury of enjoying the towns at night is really wonderful because they empty out. It's really serene. It's just the local people and the few tourists who have hotels or Airbnbs in the area, and you can really just experience the town without the hustle and bustle that comes during the day.
Mm-hmm. September is beautiful because it's the grape harvest, and it's a wonderful time to be there and experience that. We can even arrange, if people are interested in going out and participating in the harvest and seeing the little cantinas and just smelling the aroma of the grapes that people are harvesting. I think it's magical to be there at that time of year.
It's my favorite time of year. I'm so happy we do tours that time of year because I just feel like it's the very best side of Italy, and people are experiencing the warmth of the sea while still experiencing the cooler evenings, and yeah, it's just a really wonderful time to be in Italy. So if you guys would like to join our tour, we would love to meet you in person and show you Italy and just spend 6 beautiful nights with you. And you can do that by emailing us on our website, which is ciminotours.com, and you can just contact us there, let us know, how many people you are, and just get more information from us that way. Ciminotours.com has all of our information about our tours too, as far as cost and other details, photos of the accommodations we offer.
Yeah, so join us. We have a lot of fun.
Yes, we do. Come to Italy with us, and comment below if you have any questions too. We're happy to answer them. And we will see you guys next time. Ciao for now.
Ain't no off season, I gotta keep going till I stop breathing. Guap scheming, I'm finna go and blow up when I shop. Demons know they see me, can't ignore my hustle, know they watch. Even lost meaning, had to look within, I had some